The largest bear in the world and the Arctic's top predator, polar bears are a powerful symbol of the strength and endurance of the Arctic. The polar bear's Latin name, Ursus maritimus, means sea bear. It's an apt name for this majestic species, which spends much of its life around, or on the ocean, predominantly on the sea ice. Welcome to FactsBowl. Now let's dive into the fun facts about polar bears. Fact number 1, February 27th is marked as the International Polar Bear Day. The International Polar Bear Day is dedicated to raising awareness among the peoples, on an issue facing by the polar bears. Climate change is a major threat to their habitat, as global warming is melting sea ice in Arctic at the rate of 13.1% per decade. Fact number 2, polar bears are the largest land carnivore. The male polar bear can weigh up to 600 to 800 kilograms, that is 8 to 10 times the human male, and the female can weigh up to 200 to 300 kilograms. The length of a male polar bear body can range between 2.4 to 2.6 meters. That enormous size makes them the largest carnivore. Fact number 3, polar bear appears to be white but they are black from inside. I know, what are you thinking? That polar bears are white. This fact about polar bear is wrong. But let me tell you, polar bear fur is actually translucent and hollow, that scatter and reflect the light, and make polar bear appear white. This special type of fur reflects the sunlight, but it traps the heat from it, which keep these giants warm in the bitter cold of the Arctic region. Fact number 4, polar bears can overheat themselves easily. The Arctic can be harsh for humans, but polar bear loves the bitter cold temperature of Arctic, and adapted to survive in it. They have difficulty with an increase in temperature. Have you ever seen a polar bear running? They may only run if they are hungry and they badly want to catch their prey. By just running they could overheat themselves. The polar bear has adapted so well to the Arctic region, that now climate change is their major threat. Fact number 5, polar bears are very good at swimming. The Latin translation of polar bear means sea bears, as they are an agile swimmer, and can even continuously swim for many hours. They could swim at a speed of 10 kilometers per hour. Their front paws are larger than hind legs, which help them to easily paddle through the water for a long distance without getting tired. Fact number 6, polar bear has an exceptional sense of smell. Polar bear like smelling, as they are very good at it. Their nose can catch the smell of prey from 1 kilometer away. They can detect and smell the seals in the water below the thick belt of ice. Fact number 7, polar bear's favorite food is seal. Yes, polar bear loves to eat seals. Once they got their smell, they will go in, patiently wait for seals to come out from their breathing holes. Once they know that seal is coming up, they get ready and catch them. They take out seal from the hole and food is ready to be eaten. After eating their food they all get dirty. The oil present in the seal make their fur turn yellow, to prevent that they love to take a bath. Fact number 8, polar bear clean themselves by taking a snow bath. Polar bears like to keep themselves neat and clean, as dirty or wet fur could be bad for insulation, and for that purpose they like to roll on the snow. This cleans their fur and increases the insulation. Fact number 9, polar bear aren't good hunters. Polar bears are only successful with 2% of their hunt, which is a very low success rate compared to other carnivorous. That is one of the main reasons they scavenge on carcasses. Fact number 10, the polar bear is the apex predator in the Arctic region. There is no natural predator of the polar bear, they dominate the food chain. How can anyone think to kill these giants other than selfish humans beings? Indigenous tribe Inuit hunt polar bear as allowed by the quota system for food and clothing. They make trouser boots out of polar bear skin, as they can't found anything warmer than these. They give huge respect to polar bear, which they called Nanyuk in their indigenous language, and treat them equally as a human with great respect. Fact number 11, polar bear liver is poisonous. Polar bear liver contains a toxic level of vitamin A, that can make you ill, or in many cases, it will kill you. Inuit people threw it away and don't even let their dogs eat it, as it could make them sick. Fact number 12, polar bears are cannibals. Yeah, it's a well-known fact that polar bears are cannibals, but these cases were rare to be seen, but increasing climate change and loss of habitat had forced them to cannibalism. And these cases are now becoming common. Russian scientist Ilya Mordvintsev have researched it, and she found climate change is a major reason for this behavior. But that doesn't mean they don't get along. Fact number 13, polar bears touch noses to ask to share food. If any polar bear has to ask for anything, mostly food, they do it carefully, as they slowly approaches the feeding bear, wait, and then very gently touches their nose to ask for permission to share food with them. But if this goes wrong, they might kill each other over food, and the winner will eat food and another polar bear too. Fact number 14, polar bear has a lifespan of 25 to 30 years in the wild. The life of a polar bear in the wild is shorter than the polar bear who lives in captivity. The young ones could become prey to wolves or die due to malnutrition. Fact number 15, polar bear never met penguins. As polar bear lives in the Arctic region which lies in North Pole and penguins lives in Antarctica, the South Pole of the Earth, both lives in an extremely cold climate but never got a chance to meet each other. Fact number 16, polar bear group has a particular name. The group of a polar bear is known as pack or sleuth, but it is not easy to see these giants in groups, as they don't usually get along with each other. Fact number 17, climate change is the biggest threat to their survival. Polar bears spent more than half of their life on sea ice searching for food. They are dependent on it for their survival. But with increasing global warming and climate change, sea ice is melting at a rapid rate of more than 13% per decade, and this rate is rising with every decade. This is reducing the hunting ground of polar bears. Currently, there are 20,000 to 25,000 polar bears. Scientists have already warned if we don't take any serious action soon, then by 2050 there will be a severe drop in their population. Fact number 18, polar bear is the longest fasting mammal. The polar bear can fast from 180 to 186 days, and a pregnant female bear can fast up to 240 days in its den. To successfully fast for this long period in winter, they have to build a large fat reserve or they will die. Fact number 19, polar bear DNA can be extracted from their footprints. With technology ever evolving, scientist has developed a new innovative technology that let the scientist find out about the polar bears just from their footprints in the snow. All they need is 2 scoops of snow from their track. Fact number 20, polar bear grizzly hybrid pizzly exist. Pizzly was found in both wild and captivity. It was confirmed by a scientist in 2006 when a unique-looking bear was shot in the Canadian Arctic. According to Wikipedia, there are 8 pizzlies bear, all descendant from the same polar bear mother. Fact number 21, out of 19 subpopulations of polar bear, 13 live in Canada. 13 subpopulation consist of 60% population of the polar bears, and these 13 population is found in Canada. So it makes Canada a lucky country to have so many beautiful creatures in their wild habitat. Fact number 22, polar bear cubs are size of guinea pigs when they born. You will not imagine these giants are so tiny when they are born, but they are exactly the same size as a guinea pig, and they born blind without any hairs, just like cat's litter. The mom polar bear may only give birth to 5 cubs in her lifetime, and most of them are twins. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button. If you also love to read facts, visit our website factsbowl.com. See you next time with more interesting facts.